2%. Pleased to be joined now by Farragut girls basketball coach Jason Mayfield. His Lady Admirals now 7-0 on the season. And coach, this is what you want to see, right? It's a team that you obviously have an advantage over, and so waste no time jumping on top, 24-1, 26-3 at the quarter break. And the game, obviously, at that point, well in hand, but the defense was disruptive early on, and the offense did a good job of capitalizing on those miscues.
Right, it was. We did a pretty good job of just kind of taking care of business early on, like you said, and I don't know how many shots I don't know what our percentage was in the first quarter, but it seems like we were moving the ball around a little bit more. We're kind of aware, I know this is your first game, but we were kind of aware that teams play us zone a lot. So we're trying to work on doing a better job. It's kind of our theme last year a little bit, especially towards the end of the year. Trying to do a better job of moving the basketball, kind of picking those spots out where we can feed the high post there especially. Claire did a really good job of kind of going to work in there a little bit and mixed in with some outside shooting that we can do. Ace obviously wasn't full speed tonight, so we kind of pulled her early. She's got an ankle that she's kind of dealing with. But we've got all the pieces. We just, we need to develop it a little bit more.
Thus far, you look at your schedule. I don't know how these teams, stack up this year. But normally, Alcoa, very competitive in Class AA. Granger, certainly you can say that about the Lady Grizzlies in Class AA. Same is true of the Fulton Lady Falcons. Of course, Campbell County, year in, year out, one of the tougher teams in District 3 AAA. And Jefferson County, they're a mainstay. District 2 AAA, the Morristown West and Jefferson County have long kind of ruled the roost up there. And so you look at this schedule that you had gotten to 6-0 coming into tonight, obviously now 7-0 with the handy win, winning handily here tonight in the district opener over West. Well, what about the schedule and what you just kind of impressions of this team here early on in the competition you play?
We kind of do it on purpose. As far as scheduling, we got to be prepared when we go at Heritage, at Bearden. That first week last year we went at Maryville, at Bearden, and lost both. And so, the 7-0 now, the Thanksgiving championship, that time of 7, those are nice, those are great. If we're not learning the right lessons, then it's not doing us much good, down the road. So we do schedule teams tough. The Meigs County Scores is the one that kind of jumps out. They're a really, really good basketball team.
Really?
We played really well defensively against them. They won 30 games last year and only lost one player off of that team. So we've done a pretty good job. We're a little bit too much up and down, compared to what I want. The Jeff County game was a good test because it's slow-paced. They did a good job of kind of slowing the game down and really making us be a little bit more consistent offensively and a little more crisp offensively, and that was hard to do over a Thanksgiving holiday like that, but we toughed that out defensively. The things I look at, Jefferson County holding them to 33, Granger holding to 37, Meigs holding to 18. And Alcoa wasn't bad defense. There was 76 foul calls.
Oh, okay.
That. So that was a tough one at the gate. We shot 40 free throws. They shot 36. So that's a little bit of that skews it a little bit. But that's the thing. We're like pretty good defensively. We just gotta we got some ways to go. And so we'll get a good test this weekend too at Science Hill. The schedule changed a little bit. Not that anybody's going to be up there or whatever besides parents, but we play Science Hill and Elizabethton now instead of Mountain Heritage.
Okay.
It's something about football or something with Mountain Heritage, so they had to cancel that. So,
okay.
But Science Hill and Elizabethton, those are two teams that are year in and year out. Science Hill's a state tournament team, from last year at our level, and so we're going to look forward to that game. We're going to start back tomorrow preparing for that, and hopefully hopefully we'll do a good job up there.
I see Claire Wyatt's waiting back here in the wings.
What
about her game tonight? 20 points, and I just thought she was really efficient.
She was. She's fantastic. We kind of challenged her. I told her, probably made her mad. I told her she wouldn't average 15 points a game. I didn't know if it was in her. And she's right about that. She's had 3 20-point games now.
Came in at 13.2 according to the numbers you had emailed me.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's close to that, and some of those we didn't play her in the fourth quarter.
Right.
I think she would have easily been there. Like I said, that's their third 20-point game of the year. So she knows it's not just about points, but she knows we need her skills,
right,
and all the things that she could do to make us successful. So it's good to see her, see a little reward in the points there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Long arms, getting in the passing lanes tonight, created a lot of turnovers. and got some baskets on the other end as a result of those turnovers. But appreciate you coming up, Coach.
Yes,
we look forward to it all season long. And congratulations on 7-0 and a district opening win.
Sounds good. Thank you, Eric.
That's Coach Jason Mayfield as his Lady Admirals get the win 70-37. And jumping in now will be senior Claire Wyatt. Claire, as we just mentioned there, comes into tonight's ball game averaging 13.2 points per game to lead the Lady Admirals, and she leads them tonight with 20 points, the High Point University commitment. And we welcome in senior Claire Wyatt. So, Claire, what about this is our first opportunity here on I-105 and with the live video stream through FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com to have a chance to follow the Lady Admirals, but off to a 7-0 start. What's Farragut doing well here in the early going?
I think we just have a lot of energy, and we like to get in transition, and so we know we have to get stops, but we still need to work on our defense a lot, but we're trying to work on it. So.
Well, and early on here tonight, as I was saying with Coach Mayfield, you know, this is a team that obviously you've got an upper hand on, and so you want to show that early on, put the game out of reach early on, and I thought the team did a nice job of that.
Yeah, definitely. We knew it was our first district game. It was our first real home game, like being a district game, and we knew we needed to start district 1-0 because anything can happen in the district games, like anything. So you just got to put them away early. So what has this team learned from, again, what is a really tough schedule, it looks like to me, I mean, based upon what you expect from these other programs that you have played here in the early going, year in and year out, as I was saying with Coach Mayfield, Alcoa, Granger, Fulton, Campbell County, Jefferson County, in their respective divisions and their respective districts, they're always right there at the top, even Meigs County. And so he's purposefully lined up a challenging schedule for you guys here early on, and you've responded. What do you take from that, and what's he emphasizing as far as what you need to continue to build on, improve upon? These games definitely all show our weaknesses, like boxing out, transition defense, communication, and it just makes it obvious. And like, yeah, we're 7-0, but what really matters is what we do in March. Like Coach Mayfield keeps saying, like our record doesn't, like, it matters, but what matters is what happens in March, and you just got to fix your weaknesses so whenever you get to March, you're better at them. Yeah,
absolutely. It's not style points necessarily. You're not trying to impress any voters, right? You know, basketball's a tournament sport, so all of that, again, depends upon what you're doing there in February and March. But the Lady Admirals off to a 7-0 start, which is nice to see against again a very really kind of daunting schedule here early on. And you got Science Hill coming up on Friday. Lady Hilltoppers, they're another one, right? That's year in, year out. Up there, it seems like it's either Dobbins Bennett or Science Hill that comes out of District 1 AAA.
Yeah, they're a super good team. They beat Maryville in Sub-State last year, and they're just all around really good, and we got to come to play or else it's not.
Got a lot of youth. You know, you're a senior on this team, but, you know, unfortunately I understand Haley's not going to be able to play this year, so there's a fellow senior. But it's you and Madison. As I scan the roster here quickly, forgive me if I overlook somebody or correct me if I overlook somebody, but I think that's it.
We have Lauren also.
Oh, Lauren, that's right. There's Lauren. Lauren banged her head. She, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jenny, our trainer, was like, this game isn't worth getting. Like, we're not sure really where she's at right now. We're really hoping it's not a concussion, but this game, it wasn't worth risking it for Lauren. Yeah. So, sorry, I omitted Lauren there, but so you got Lauren and Madison and Haley, who's not going to be available, and yourself. Otherwise, you got all these youngsters. So what about the role of the seniors on this team and just kind of making sure that everybody stays the course? We're really trying to lead and, like, I don't know, just show them how things need to be done. Our youngster, like Macy, a junior, and then Ace and Key, who are sophomores, they know the game of basketball. Sure. So I think it's just our job to be sure to keep them on track. They know what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely. All of those players obviously getting a ton of playing time last year. And so despite the youth, it's an experienced team. Yeah. And so outstanding Farragut Lady Admirals start here 7-0. Appreciate you coming up and talking, Claire. I'm sure we'll talk many more times over the course of the season. Thank you. That's Claire Wyatt, Lady Admirals senior. She led Farragut tonight with 20 points. And Farragut improving to 7-0 with a 70-37 victory over the Lady Rebels of West. And so now we turn our Farragut 6-0 as the Admirals
with wins over Alcoa, Morristown West, CAK, Carnes, Carter, and Fulton. And the thing that's interesting to me, 5 of the 6 victories thus far for Farragut have been by 7 points or less. And there's a couple of mutual opponents here between Farragut and West. Alcoa, so Farragut defeated Alcoa to open the season 80-67. West lost to Alcoa by 16, 65-49. Farragut defeated Carnes here in the Thanksgiving tournament 71-68, while West beat Carnes 57-47. So a little bit more comfortable win over the Beavers by West than Farragut's 3-point margin, but conversely, Farragut with a more comfortable win. In fact, a relatively comfortable win over Alcoa by 13, whereas West lost to the Tornadoes by 16. So take from that what you will. But here early on, if you've got some mutual opponents, it's interesting to look at that. The visiting Rebels, coached by Chris Kessler, have been introduced. We'll get you Coach Kessler's starters here in just a moment. The Runnin' Rebels, coached by Chris Kessler. He's assisted by Kalen Garner and Tommy Eggleston. Meanwhile, the Farragut Admirals, coached by John Higgins, of course. He's assisted by Josh Gregory and Justin Wakefield. In the starting lineup for Coach Higgins, the Admirals tonight in their home white, it'll be Robbie Guerin, a senior. He wears number 3. Caleb Van Acker, number 5, a senior. Also number 12, Jake Wallace, a junior. Number 13, Elisha Brabson, a sophomore. And rounding out the starting 5, number 20, Isaiah Smith, a sophomore. So you've got a couple of seniors in Van Acker and Guerin, and a junior with Wallace, and then a pair of sophomores in Brabson and Smith in the starting lineup. And absent, noticeable by his absence, Dylan Atwell, the sophomore, leading returning scorer from a year ago, and he has been out hurt and now under the weather, apparently, so we'll see if he gets an opportunity to play tonight. But if so, I suspect his playing time will be limited, not being in the starting lineup. Noah Johnson will jump for West against Farragut's Elisha Brabson. And Farragut controls the opening tip. It's Van Acker securing it. West with Noah Johnson, Joseph Roush, Houston Dyer, Will Biven. Here's a 3 by Brabson, left corner, good. Brabson opens the scoring with a 3 from the left corner. Farragut jumps into a press. West in front court with a lead pass to Biven. Biven picks up his dribble, guarded by by Smith, Isaiah Smith. With the ball out top, Reese Preston for West. Hands it off left side to Houston Dyer. Now they'll swing it left side to Biven. Biven looking inside. Deflected out of bounds by the Admirals. So Noah Johnson, Will Biven, Reese Preston, Houston Dyer, Joseph Roush, the starting 5 for Coach Kessler. 1-3 on the year are the Rebels. The win over Carnes by 10. Losses to Powell by 10, 53-43, to Alcoa by 16, 65-49, and a loss at Gibbs to open the season, 52-46. Farragut extending defensively, driving into the lane. Goes West. They leave it off in the right corner for a 3 that is no good, and then the ball's lost out of bounds on a weak side rebound. Noah Johnson with that 3-point attempt from the right corner. Farragut being pressed by West. Guerin gets it into Van Acker, back to Guerin, into front court to Isaiah Smith, and now the Admirals can set up the half-court offense. Brabson over to Smith. Thought about the 3, but West got out on him with Reese Preston. And so instead, back out top to Brabson. Now to Robbie Guerin to Smith at top of the key. Right side to Brabson. West playing zone. Smith sees his pass deflected and stolen away. It was deflected by Dyer, picked up by Roush. First turnover of the ball game. As the Admirals leading 3-0 on an opening possession 3 by Elisha Brabson from the left corner. Into the lane goes Biven, puts up a shot in traffic and was fouled. Foul on Robbie Guerin. His first, and the first of the ball game. And to the line goes Will Biven, sophomore, to shoot 2. Rims out, no good. Second toss, too strong. Long rebound, Robbie Guerin. So the Rebels miss a pair of free throws. Farragut, 2 minutes into the ball game, leading 3-0, and Robbie Guerin attacking the basket, goes down the left side of the lane, draws contact, and a couple of free throws coming on a foul committed by Joseph Roush. First foul on the Rebels, and Robbie with the toss, good. Farragut senior. Second toss, nothing but net. So the Admirals lead 5-0. West against the Farragut press. Get the ball into Houston Dyer. And now to Biven. Biven up the right side in front court. Double team, picks up his dribble. Cross court pass to Dyer. Driving to the basket off the left side. No good. Grabs his own miss though. In the right corner. Gives off to Biven. Moves into the lane. Picks up his dribble. Shuffles it off to Reese Preston, top of the key. Inside to Roush, doesn't look to shoot, instead gives off to Houston Dyer. And knifing the basket. West with the basket. 5-2 as the Rebels on the board. Farragut in front court. Brabson pulls up 15 feet, no good. Long rebound, he nearly had it, but West comes away with it. It's Biven in front court. Biven picks up his dribble. Isaiah Smith all over him defensively. Gives off to Preston. Reese Preston returns the ball out top to Houston Dyer. Dyer hands to Preston, coming around left to right. Now to Noah Johnson. West swings the ball around left side. Farragut. Man to man. Doing a lot of switching. And there's a steal. As Preston lost the basketball, it's picked up by Van Acker, driving in front court against 2 Rebels. Can't hit in transition. And the ball deflected out of bounds will belong to the Rebels. Bringing the ball in front court, Noah Johnson for West, and we got a pushing foul against Robbie Guerin, and that'll be his second. So Robbie with a couple of fouls here early on. 4:35 to play in our opening quarter in this District 4 AAA opener. And it's the Admirals leading the visiting West Rebels 5-2. Right side with a basketball. Dyer. On him is Farragut's Isaiah Smith. To Preston. Now left side to Johnson. Noah Johnson to Biven. To Preston, right side. Guerin on him now defensively. Driving baseline, threw it out of bounds. Good defense by Robbie Guerin as West commits its second turnover. And the Rebels, like the Admirals, pressing here early on. Van Acker into Brabson. Brabson across the timeline. Back to Robbie Guerin, right side to Isaiah Smith. West matching up out of the zone. Into the corner, right side to Van Acker. Now to Brabson out top. Noah Johnson extends at the head of that zone for West. Guerin pops out top, takes a pass from Smith. Into the left corner it goes to Farragut's Jake Wallace. Back out top to Guerin. Farragut resets. The half-court offense, 3:28 to play in the first quarter. Guerin, cross-court pass to Brabson, left baseline. He was open from 16, instead gave it off to Smith on the wing. Smith has used his dribble, needs some help. Bounces to Brabson. He penetrates. Pass was deflected, saved on the far side by Van Acker. Smith head fakes a three on the left wing, drives to the bucket. Scoop shot won't go. Wallace with a rebound, and he's fouled on a follow attempt. Jake Wallace on the offensive glass is fouled by West's Reese Preston. It'll be his first and the team's second. To the line to shoot 2, Jake Wallace for the Admirals. A junior. Puts up the first toss, good. Farragut's 3 of 3 from the line. Guerin hit the 2 earlier free throw attempts for Farragut. Elisha Brabson got the scoring started with a 3 from the left corner. Farragut's lone field goal here nearly 5 minutes into the game. But at the free throw line, they've hit 4 in a row as Wallace cans his second one. And Brabson checks out of the game, and Dylan Atwell into the lineup. For Coach Higgins. West against the press. Into front court it comes. Reese Preston gives to Biven. Shut down on the baseline. Out top. Now pass left side to Preston. His 3 off the front of the rim. Picked up on a long rebound by Noah Johnson. Given to Biven down low. He dribbles it back out top. Gives to Preston for another 3. No good. Guerin the rebound. Hounded in rear court by Houston Dyer. Guerin in front court. Good look down low underneath the basket. Coming open was Van Acker. He lays it up and in on a beautiful feed from Robbie Guerin. Well beyond the 3-point arc with that bounce pass. Against the Farragut press. And the ball comes in to Biven, and Coach Kessler is going to use a 30-second timeout. So West with a 30-second timeout call. Farragut leading 9-2 here early as Farragut jumped out to a 5-0 lead on a 3 by Brabson and a pair of free throws by Guerin. Since then, the Admirals have added a pair of free throws by Jake Wallace and the layup a moment ago by Van Acker off a nice assist by Robbie Guerin. Meanwhile, West has missed a couple of free throws, so an opportunity to get on the board would have been their first points missed out on, but Reese Preston with West's lone basket. I think it was Preston. I'm actually not completely sure who got the lone basket thus far for West, but I believe it was Preston. 9-2 is our score, and West has checked into the ball game. Alton Perry, a sophomore, he's at the point. His pass in front court comes to Biven. Shut down on the baseline by Smith. Gives it back out top to Perry. He'll be guarded man-to-man by Dylan Atwell. Right side to Biven. Now to Roush. Left side to Noah Johnson. Swing it back right side to Roush. Smith now on him defensively after a switch. Alton Perry dribbling it out between the circles. Guarded by Atwell. Shovels it off right side to Noah Johnson. Johnson dribbles it back out top. West swings the ball left side to Biven. He's matched up with there by Jake Wallace. Biven picks up his dribble. Gives left side to Johnson. Good defense by the Admirals. Now here comes a man open underneath, and he missed the layup. Roush with a good look inside to Johnson, who had come off a screen and was open, but he missed from point-blank range uncontested. Farragut driving into the lane. Kick out to Smith for a 3, too strong. Farragut's got in the ball game. Well, now we're going to have a foul underneath the basket after West had secured the rebound. The Admirals double-teaming Alton Perry in rear court, and Dylan Atwell picks up the personal foul. Farragut's gotten Jack Carasso, I believe it is, in the ball game. Junior. A little bigger body for the Admirals in the post, number 15. He's a junior. 9-2, the Admirals lead it. Biven to Roush. Roush left side to Johnson. Guarded by Guerin. Swing it back right side to Roush. Now here comes into the lane Johnson. Can't get a shot off. Back out to Roush. Swing it around left side to Perry. He walked a mile, and there's the call. Alton Perry with the traveling violation. Took about 3 steps before the ball hit the floor. 9-2, Farragut leading with 46 seconds to play in our opening quarter here in this District 4 AAA opener. Out of the ball game, Noah Johnson for West. Farragut in rear court gets the ball into Atwell, and he's going to be bumped and fouled as Perry was a step slow getting there. Went for the steal, but a little bit late arriving, and he picks up his first personal foul and the third on the Rebels as a team. So in rear court, Jake Wallace gives to Robbie Guerin, and West drops out of its press. Admirals in front court. Guerin to Wallace, right side to Smith. Smith. Dribble alive, keeps it. Gives now to Carasso. Carasso, perhaps. Have to get some clarification on that. 3-pointer by Smith, no good. Rebounded away by the Rebels, who want to run. living up to their nickname. Alton Perry in front court, shut down. Shovels it off to Biven, who quickly gives it back to Perry. Now Perry ranges left, gives to Biven, who circled under the basket over to the left wing. Ball comes back right side to Wes Houston Dyer. Roush from the top of the key with a three at the horn, off the back of the iron, no good. And by and large, that was a really good defensive effort by the Admirals through the first 8 minutes. West did run some backside screens and got a couple of players open in the paint, but otherwise, shots or good looks for shots were few and far between for the visiting Rebels in that first quarter. The Admirals leading at 9-2 after one. We'll get a 1 minute break and return with second quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week or come to our bakery in the Cole Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Pilot, wherever you are, we are right on your way. With that Pilot My Rewards card, you can save in so many ways. Every 6th cup of the freshest coffee in town is on us. Mayfield milk is always just $3.99. You'll always save 3 cents per gallon of gas. And we always have daily specials by downloading the Pilot app. Pilot, wherever you are, we're right on your way to the game.
Second quarter just underway here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium in this District 4 AAA opener. Between the homestanding Admirals and the visiting West Rebels, it's West with the first possession and powering up a shot in the paint that will not go with the Rebels. Attempting the shot was Baker Dance, and Farragut with a rebound in the person of Caruso. Admirals in front court, three-pointer hoisted from the right corner is going to be no good by Carter Mayfield, but the long rebound's tracked down by Farragut's Dylan Atwell, and so the Admirals reset. 9-2, Farragut leads. Just underway second quarter. Lady Admirals with a big victory earlier as they move to 7-0. Farragut boys trying to follow suit and get to 7-0 themselves as well. 70-37, the earlier score of our girls game. Farragut also won the boys JV contest that got the afternoon started. Robbie Guerin takes a cross-court pass, drives into the lane with a right hand, a floater, good. Robbie with his first field goal. And the Admirals lead 11-2. Ball comes in against the Farragut press in the middle of the court to Houston Dyer. Dyer leaves it off with Perry, and Perry driving to the basket, lays it up and in. Alton Perry with his first basket. And the Admirals against the West press get the ball into Atwell. Atwell to Guerin. Guerin exchanges it back and forth with Carter Mayfield. And now Robbie Guerin in front court. Over on the left side to Dylan Atwell. West playing zone. Admirals are man-to-man. Ball in the left corner to Atwell on a pass from Guerin. And here comes Guerin knifing through the lane. Atwell delivers the ball to him, and it hangs up there on the rim for a couple of seconds. Will not go down for Robbie. He was fouled, however, and will have a couple of free throws. Foul is on, 21? I don't believe there's a 12 on the floor, so it was 21 was the indication. Will Biven should be his first. Free throw for Robbie, no good. He's 2 of 3 from the line now. Wallace and Carasso out of the ball game for Farragut. Guerin, second toss, good. He's got 5 as he hits 1 of 2. Brabson back into the ball game for Coach Higgins, replacing Robbie. West has subbed as well. They've got Michael Davis on the floor now, number 3, seeing his first action. He takes the inbound feed from Baker Dance, moves into front court. Picked up by Brabson, circles back out high. Left side pass will go to Reese Preston. He's guarded there by Farragut's Caleb Van Acker. Right side to Dyer, inside to Preston. Back out top to Dance. Left side for West. Ball in the hands of Jack Eggleston, and Farragut reaches in and fouls Eggleston. Foul is on the Admirals' Carter Mayfield. It'll be his first and the team fourth. Both teams with 4 fouls. Farragut leading 12-4. 5:58 to play, first half here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Preston, right side to Dance. Out top to Michael Davis, guarded by Dylan Atwell. Now to Dyer, out top to Eggleston. To Preston, right wing, he looks inside, and Farragut knocked the ball away from Davis. And I guess they called a foul on Davis. So Farragut had gotten the ball. Davis commits the foul. Should be his fourth turnover for the Rebels. And out of the ball game, Baker Dance. West getting back into the lineup, Noah Johnson. Rebels pressing. Atwell double teamed in rear court, gives off to Carter Mayfield. Mayfield to Brabson. Brabson back to Mayfield. Mayfield across the timeline. Nope, 10-second count. Turnover for the Admirals. Didn't get it into front court in a timely manner. West gets the ball back, trailing 12-4, 5:20 to play first half. Michael Davis off on the left side and driving baseline with it goes Houston Dyer. He can't hit a reverse layup. Rebounded away by Brabson. Farragut in front court as Brabson gives to Atwell. Brabson gets the ball back in the corner, gives to Atwell. Cross-court pass goes to Mayfield over in front of the West bench. West extending its defense out front with Noah Johnson. Farragut swings the ball left side to Atwell. Can't get a shot off with Houston Dyer right there. Now Atwell moves farther out on the wing, puts up a three that's short. Rebounded away by the Rebels. Long lead pass in front court. Nicely done. Mayfield with a steal. Here comes Farragut back the other way. Mayfield just kind of reading the receiver's eyes if it was football. Made the steal on the fast break attempt by West. Mayfield to Atwell, out top, right side to Brabson. Brabson moves to the top of the key, working off Van Acker's screen, gives it off to Atwell, bounces it to Mayfield. Mayfield using a screen, puts up a three. Good. Josiah Bradley had set the screen. And Mayfield with the three. His first bucket. Farragut's second from long range. And the Admirals lead 15-4. Michael Davis in front court, stumbling towards the basket, releases a pass into the corner to Houston Dyer. Now back out top to Noah Johnson. Johnson stripped. Van Acker with a steal. Bounces it off to Mayfield. Mayfield to the bucket. Count it. And he's fouled. So the Admirals force another turnover. They score in transition with Carter Mayfield. And we've got a foul to boot, so a three-point play opportunity. And catch who the foul was on. But it is team foul number 6, so the Admirals will be in the bonus the rest of the half. 3:45 to go first half. Mayfield cannot complete the three-point play. Farragut leading 17-4. West with the basketball. Mayfield right in the hip pocket of Houston Dyer. Admirals obviously having surrendered only 4 points have played outstanding defense in this first half. Three-pointer, top of the key, no good. They had a good look that time, but Noah Johnson couldn't get the shot to go. Mayfield with a rebound. In front court to Brabson. This is where he hit the three to open the game, but this one's too strong. Taken away by Dyer on the weak side. West in front court. That's a walk. Noah Johnson. Turnover number 7. Up off the Farragut bench, Jake Wallace. And let's see. He will spell Bradley. Josiah Bradley, sophomore. Out of the game. Again, Bradley responsible for the screen that gave Mayfield a wide open look for three, which he converted. 13-point lead for Farragut, 3 minutes to play first half. Mayfield drives, his pass is deflected and stolen away, and the running Rebels running as quickly into front court comes Alton Perry, but Farragut is back defensively. Guerin deflects a pass out over the baseline. So the Rebels trying to get out in transition following Farragut's third turnover, but the Admirals get back, deflected out of bounds, and now inbounding from under his own basket, Joseph Roush. Biven has the ball. Right wing for West. gives it up out top to Alton Perry, guarded by Carter Mayfield. Shovels it off to Biven. Around left side to Dyer. Now to Perry. That was nearly a walk. He drives into the lane, misses on the penetrating drive. And the Admirals with the rebound as Van Acker gives off to Guerin. Guerin in front court is going to take it all the way to the basket. Absorbs a lot of contact and got the shot to go. Robbie Guerin's got 7 attacking the basket. And I guess because Biven basically went straight up, they didn't want to give the foul. Here's a 3 by Preston. No good, and it bounces off the rim up into the basket support and will belong to the Admirals as a result. 19-4, Farragut leading with 2:09 to play in the first half. Admirals with Brabson and Wallace, Van Acker, Guerin, and Smith on the floor. So this the same 5 that began the game for Coach Higgins. 3 from the left corner, no good for Van Acker. Weak side rebound goes to Preston of West, and he will give it off to Alton Perry. West sophomore Perry brings it into front court with 1:40 to play until halftime. His Rebels down 15. Cut into the lane. Preston stripped. Smith. Oh, they say Smith got him on the arm. Wow, I don't know. Looked pretty clean from here, and also looked like perhaps Preston shuffled his feet as he took that pass. Stutter stepped a bit without dribbling, but no traveling call, and instead the foul on Farragut's Smith will be his first and should be the team 5th. And I guess they ruled him to be in the act of shooting, which is also generous. And Preston hits the free throw, which is good. I mean, hits the free throw, giving him 3 points. Second free throw upcoming for Reese Preston, West Jr. It is good as well. So those are the first makes of the free throw line for the Rebels. Biven missed a couple in the first quarter. Preston hits a pair here in quarter number 2. The Admirals have been to the line on 7 occasions, hitting 5. They lead 19-6. 91 seconds to play in the first half. Farragut with the basketball. West showing perhaps a double team out of this 1-3-1. Smith picked up his pivot foot. Picked up his dribble, hesitated, caused him to lift his right plant foot, and Farragut with a turnover. It's 4th. Back into the ball game for Coach Kessler. Roush, he will replace Dance in briefly. Farragut pressing. West with the ball as it comes in to Perry. Now ahead to Preston. Preston in front court to Dyer, driving off the left wing all the way to the basket. Shot no good. And Farragut comes away with it. Robbie Guerin in front court to Isaiah Smith. Right side 3, in and out. Long rebound, though, to Farragut's Van Acker. Van Acker wide open as he drives back to the basket, but missed the layup. It's deflected out of bounds off of West. Smith's three-pointer was halfway down. The cylinder kicked it out. Then Van Acker had a wide open layup. The rim unkind on that one as well, but the Admirals with a reprieve as the ball's knocked out of bounds, touched last by the Rebels. Inbound feed to Van Acker right under the basket. Good look by Guerin, but again, Farragut can't finish, and here comes Perry quickly in front court for the Rebels. Tries to rip a pass down low to Preston, and somehow threaded it through there, and then Preston lays it up and in, and he's fouled. So a three-point opportunity here for the Rebels as the foul goes against Farragut's Isaiah Smith. Would be his second. And the bucket by Reese Preston, giving him 6. And he's back at the foul line where he hit a pair a moment ago, trying to complete a three-point play on this trip, and does so. So he's got 7 to lead the Rebels, 7 of West's 9, I believe, here in the first half. Again, that first basket, I wasn't exactly sure which Rebel scored. But Farragut by 10 as driving into the lane goes Smith. He's stripped. The ball is saved, though, by Wallace, given back out top to Guerin. His shot in the lane, blocked from behind, and West comes up with the basketball. Dyer in front court, all the way to the basket. With the left hand, scores off the window. So Houston Dyer with his first basket, and it's an 8-point lead. Farragut back the other way. Isaiah Smith with the basket. So Farragut ahead of the West retreating defense. Gets Smith the basketball. He scores on the layup, his first bucket. And the Admirals push the lead back out to 10 as we're under 10 seconds to play in the first half. Alton Perry to Russell Bivens, left side. He'll shoot a three. It is no good. Will Bivens' three from the left side is no good. And off the back of the iron, the final shot of the half as the horn sounds and Farragut goes to the locker room up 21-11. But the Rebels put a dent in Farragut's lead somewhat as the Admirals had led 19-4. And so the Rebels scoring 7 of the final 9 points in the first half, close to within 10 here at intermission. Again, Farragut 21, West 11 at the break. We're back in 2 minutes to take a look at the first half scoring as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Knoxville, Maryville. This is I-105.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week or come to our bakery in the Cole Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
You've got dirt, grime, and French fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our 5 area locations today or check us out at puremagiccarwash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Inboards. Hyperlight wake surf and wakeboards are in the pro shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
Welcome back to Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. We're at halftime of our boys contest, and it is district opening night as Farragut hosts West. Earlier, the girls won 70-37, led by Claire Wyatt's 20 points as Farragut improves to 7-0 on the season. Also, boys JV final went the way of Farragut. 72-54 was the final in that one. And here at halftime of our boys varsity contest, it's the Admirals leading over the West Rebels 21-11. And the Admirals limiting the Rebels to just 2 first quarter points as the Admirals up 5-0 and then led 9-2 at the quarter break. The biggest lead came at 19-4, but then West rattled off 7 of the last 9 points to finish out the first half. And so it's Farragut with a 12-9 second quarter edge, leading 21-11 here at the break. Farragut with 4 first half turnovers and West with 7 turnovers in the first 16 minutes. Looking at the individual scoring, first for the visiting Runnin' Rebels, Alton Perry with 2 points. Will Bivens 0 of 2 from the line, did not score. Houston Dyer with 2 points, and Reese Preston 3 of 3 from the foul line. 7 first half points for Preston. West shoots 3 of 5 collectively from the foul line, 60% obviously, and did not hit a 3-pointer. Meanwhile, for Farragut, Robbie Guerin was 3 of 4 from the foul line. 7 first half points for the Admirals senior. Caleb Van Acker with 2 points. Jake Wallace with 2 points as he was 2 of 2 from the line. Elisha Brabson with 3 points. That was on a game opening 3-pointer. Carter Mayfield also with a first half 3-pointer among his 5 points. He was 0 of 1 from the line. and Isaiah Smith with 2 first-half points for the Admirals. So Farragut shoots 5 of 7 from the foul line, 71%. Again, West was 3 of 5 from the foul line, and the Rebels did not have a three-pointer. Farragut with 2 threes, getting 1 apiece from Elisha Brabson and Carter Mayfield. So it's Farragut leading 21-11 here at intermission. We'll step aside, get another 2-minute break for our sponsors, and return with more on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School basketball presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
Pilot, wherever you are, we are right on your way. With that Pilot My Rewards card, you can save in so many ways. Every 6th cup of the freshest coffee in town is on us. Mayfield milk is always just $3.99. You'll always save 3 cents per gallon of gas. And we always have daily specials by downloading the Pilot app. Pilot, wherever you are, we're right on your way to the game.
A Music City holiday tradition. Grammy-nominated songwriter Dave Barnes and a host of special guests perform holiday favorites, including Christmas Tonight, All I Want for Christmas Is You, I'll Be Home for Christmas, and other selections from his albums Very Merry Christmas and A December to Remember, Wednesday, December 11th at the Bijou Theater. Tickets are now available at knoxbijou.org, the Tennessee Theater box office, or by phone. Dave Barnes presents A Very Merry Christmas with special guests December 11th at the Bijou Theater. Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Live it up with cutting-edge fiber services from TDS. Enjoy 300 meg internet and Freedom TV for just $79 a month when bundled. No contract required. Order now and save $20 per month for 2 years. Plus, you'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go full speed ahead with fiber-fast 300 meg internet and Freedom TV from TDS. Order today at tdstv.com/radio. TDS fiber available in certain areas. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Brandon Campbell behind the camera. If you're watching at the Farragut Football Booster Club's live stream page, the easiest way to find that is just go to FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com, and there is a link there to watch the games, which you can do both live as well as on demand after the fact. So great addition this year, BDC Productions video with our audio to accompany that throughout the course of the 2019-2020 season. We'll be along for all of the district games and then hopefully be able to provide coverage as well throughout the postseason tournaments for both the Admirals and Lady Admirals. Lady Admirals won earlier, improving to 7-0 with a 70-37 victory over West. And the Farragut boys up by 10 here at the break, leading the Runnin' Rebels 21-11. As Farragut's leading scorer in the first half, Robbie Guerin with 7 points. Carter Mayfield chipping in 5. You got Elisha Brabson with 3, and 3 other Admirals with 2 points apiece. Caleb Van Acker, Jake Wallace, and Isaiah Smith. I got some clarification on who scored the first field goal of the ball game for the Rebels, and I had mistakenly given it to Reese Preston. It was Joseph Roush. So Roush has 2 points. Houston Dyer for West has 2 points. Reese Preston has 5, not 7, to lead the Rebels in scoring. And Alton Perry, the only other Rebel to score, with 2 points. So obviously, you hold the team to 11 points. You're playing pretty good defense. West did get some looks, and they didn't do themselves any favors, really. The open looks they had, they more oftentimes than not were unable to cash them in. But Farragut working hard on defense, didn't give up too many of those good looks. Again, limiting West to just 2 in the opening quarter, and forcing 7 turnovers in the first half out of the Rebels as Farragut up by 10. We look ahead to our next broadcast, and it will be a week from tonight as Farragut resumes district play at Heritage. That'll be, as usual, a 6 o'clock start for the girls' game, and boys' action should follow at about 7:30. We'll be on the air probably about 5:55 or so with a brief pregame before the tip for our girls' contest, and always a good girls' contest anytime you go over to Heritage High School. And so that's a week from tonight. That'll be our next broadcast. Meanwhile, the Farragut boys playing Friday and Saturday, and the girls as well, up at Science Hill High School in Johnson City. The boys on Friday will take on Tennessee High, and then on Saturday match up with the homestanding Hilltoppers. Meanwhile, the Lady Admirals are going to be playing Science Hill, and I've forgotten if that's Friday or Saturday that they play Science Hill. I believe it's Friday. And then on Saturday, the Lady Admirals would play Elizabethton. That's the order. That's right, because we were talking to Claire about Science Hill, Claire Wyatt, about Science Hill being next, and that's a team that qualified for the state tournament a year ago. So should be some good basketball up in Johnson City coming up this weekend before the Admirals return to district action Tuesday night at Heritage. So we are underway here in the second half, and the Admirals will get the ball to start, leading 21-11. They go inside to Jake Wallace. He turns and finds an open Van Acker on the right wing. A three-pointer is no good. West with the rebound. Alton Perry in front court for the Rebels. As Farragut starts the second half with Jake Wallace, Robbie Guerin, Isaiah Smith. Brabson and Van Acker. I believe I got everybody accounted for there. West with Roush and Biven and Preston, Perry. And they're looking inside, and the ball stolen away from Roush. It's taken away by Van Acker. Farragut in front court. Isaiah Smith on the left wing will drive. Puts it up. The floater for Isaiah is good. Smith's got 4 points, and the Admirals are on the board here first in the second half. The other Rebel that I did not get mentioned, Baker Dance, on the floor to begin the second half. West goes inside, and Roush got away from Farragut that went for the steal, and the big man lays it up and in for the Rebels. He's got 4. Farragut in front court, leading 23-13. 6:48 to play third quarter. Brabson moving to the left elbow, bumped and fouled in the process. It'll be the first foul of the second half, and it will go against West's Reese Preston. Should be his second, and as I did not detail any foul situation. That's really because there's nobody in any foul difficulties. Robbie Guerin and Isaiah Smith have 2 fouls apiece for the Admirals, so I suppose that bears watching. Preston has 2 fouls now for the Rebels, and we've got timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout with 6:41 to play in the third, and Farragut leading 23-13 in possession of the basketball. Every Wednesday night here on I-105 at 7 o'clock, it's Homegrown, which highlights and showcases the bands and artists who are shaping the Knoxville music scene. Join Joe Stutler Wednesday evenings from 7 till 8 as he features East Tennessee's wealth of musical talent. Keep up with the artist's latest music, band facts, and where you can see them next as we put the spotlight on current and rising homegrown favorites. It's your local music showcase, Homegrown, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock only on Knoxville's independent radio, I-105. So coming out of the timeout, Farragut with the basketball. Inbound feed comes to Isaiah Smith. Left side 3 is going to be no good. It bounces off the rim and up into the basket support and will belong to the Rebels. Farragut by 10. Admirals' biggest lead was 15 at 19-4. Relatively late in the second quarter. Here's a little jump hook on the right baseline, no good for Roush. Rebounded away by the Admirals. Guerin wants to run all the way to the basket with the left hand, scores and was fouled. Nicely done by the Farragut senior, Robbie Guerin, attacking the basket, drawing contact from Joseph Roush, and a three-point play opportunity for Robbie. Nicely done with the left hand, too, on the finish for the right-handed Guerin. And he completes the three-point play, gets the free throw to go, and he's in double figures. Farragut leads 26-13. Alton Perry, right side pass, nearly stolen by Guerin. Does get to Biven, the intended target. West swings the ball around to Preston, left side, guarded by Smith. Gives it off to Roush, top of the key, guarded by Jake Wallace. Now Wallace is on Perry on a switch to Biven, right side, guarded by Brabson. Into the posting, Roush spins in the paint. Shot, good, got the roll. Joseph Roush has got 6, 4 in the quarter. And it's 26-15, Farragut by 11. Noah Johnson at the head of that zone defense for West. In the middle of that 1-3-1, I suppose, is Roush. Cross-court pass comes to Farragut's Van Acker. He'll cross-court it left side to Smith. Drives baseline, gives it back to Van Acker. Puts up a shot on the right block. No good, and Roush with the rebound for the Rebels. Perry wants to run for West into front court. And they call a foul on the Admirals before any shot or pass attempt, apparently. Elisha Brabson picks up the foul, his first and the team first. Michael Davis will replace Alton Perry in the West lineup and will inbound the ball, Will Davis. They loop it in out top to Roush, who tracks it down. Gives it off to Davis. Biven tries a three. No good. Rebound, Isaiah Smith of Farragut. Admirals with the basketball as Smith brings it in front court, gives it off to Robbie Guerin. Right back to Smith on the left side. Now into the corner to Van Acker. Van Acker out top to Brabson. Into the right corner to Smith for a three. Good. Isaiah Smith with the three-pointer from the right corner, his first of the night from long range, and Farragut leads 29-15. 4:40 to play, third quarter. Biven with the basketball, guarded by Guerin. Gives it off out top to Noah Johnson. Lost a handle on it, grabs it back. Now to Preston. Preston driving in off the left side is going to be fouled by Isaiah Smith, and Preston will have a couple of free throws coming. That's the third foul on Isaiah Smith. He's the first player on either team to pick up a third foul. And at the line, shooting a pair, Reese Preston, West Jr. He's been perfect on the night from the foul line, 3 of 3. Baker Dance back into the ball game between tosses, replacing Noah Johnson as Preston hits the first one. So he's now got 6, gunning for 7, and trying to cut this Farragut lead down to 12. Admirals up 29-16, 4:32 to play in the third quarter. Preston's toss, nothing but net. Robbie Guerin into front court for the Admirals. Isaiah Smith, the right side, into the corner to Van Acker. Back out top, Brabson. Swing it left to Guerin. Matched up with there by Davis. Into the corner to Smith. Down low to Wallace. And they reach in and tie Wallace up, and the alternate possession will go to the Rebels. So West in that zone able to surround Wallace and tie him up. And the Rebels quickly in front court, trailing by 12, 29-17, midway through the third quarter. Baker Dance back into the ball game for the Rebels. There's a nice backdoor cut, and laying it up and in will be Houston Dyer, and he's fouled. A chance at a three-point play, as the foul, I suppose, was on Brabson. But that was a good feed on the bounce pass by Reese Preston to Dyer on a backdoor. And Dyer now with a chance at a three-point play, cannot convert it. Free throw rims out, taken away by Van Acker of Farragut, given to Guerin. Guerin in front court, off to Dylan Atwell in the left corner. Atwell out top to Smith, now to Guerin on the left wing. Michael Davis extends defensively out of that west zone on Guerin. Guerin dribbles it out top, off to Smith, down to the corner to Van Acker, back out top to Guerin. 2 West defenders close to Robbie, off to Isaiah Smith. Isaiah picks up his dribble, loops it on a skip pass to Dylan Atwell on the right wing. Back left to Robbie. Farragut up 10, no need to hurry. Just keep running your offense. West playing good defense. So the Admirals just don't force anything. Atwell and Guerin exchanging the ball back and forth. Down to 3 minutes to play in the third. Smith to Guerin, driving into the lane, leaves it with Atwell in the corner, drives along the baseline, kicks it back out to Smith for a three. Too strong. Rebounded away by Wes Houston Dyer. Rebels in front court. Preston driving off the left wing to the basket, misses the shot. It's rebounded away by Van Acker, and Farragut back the other way as Guerin driving against Baker Dance to the basket. Shot too strong. Rebounded though by Atwell, out to Smith rather, and he knocks down the three. So Atwell collected the miss by Guerin, kicked it out to Smith out top right side, and Isaiah with his second three of this third quarter, and the Admirals lead 32-19. And now at the other end, Michael Davis, starting to make a move to the basket, is going to be clipped by Dylan Atwell. It'll be his second foul. (32-19). Farragut leading by 13. West with the basketball. 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Houston Dyer gives off to Biven. His jumper on the right side is no good. And a whistle sounds. A foul apparently against Farragut. Jake Wallace picks up his first foul. Team fifth. West has just 2 fouls here in the second half. So the Rebels inching closer to the bonus with 2:13 to play in the third, and Farragut leading 32-19. Coach Kessler uses a 30-second timeout. So Farragut led at the outset 5-0. They were up 9-2 at the end of the first quarter. Built a 15-point advantage at 19-4. But West scored 7 of the last 9 to finish out the first half. And so the Admirals led 21-11 at halftime. And I believe the Admirals had matched that 15-point lead here in the third quarter, but right now it's 13 at 32-19. Farragut's leading scorers, Isaiah Smith and Robbie Guerin, with 10 points apiece. West, meanwhile, being led by Reese Preston, who has 7, and Joseph Roush, who has 6. Coming out of the timeout, the Rebels will have the basketball, and Alton Perry, back in the lineup for Coach Kessler, will inbound from under his own basket. Looking, and gets it in the post to Baker Dance, who underhands it back to Perry. Driving in off the right side, gives the ball out top to Houston Dyer. Left side to Preston, back out top now to Perry, who drives the lane but misses the shot. Rebounded away by the Admirals' Jake Wallace. In front court, Dylan Atwell. West has been zoned throughout. Carter Mayfield driving in off the right side, bumped and fouled. That'll go against Reese Preston, I believe. His third. He should be the first Rebel to pick up a third foul. Baker Dance out of the game and back in after a brief breather. Joseph Roush. Atwell for Farragut inbounding from under his own basket. Comes in the right corner to Isaiah Smith. Dribbles it out top, gives off to Carter Mayfield. 90 seconds to play in the third. The Admirals leading by 13. 32-19. Mayfield, right side. Drives into the paint against this zone with a scoop shot, no good. Rebound by Wallace, and he reverses under the basket, lays it up and in. Nicely done by Jake Wallace. His first field goal of the night. Scores on a stick back. And Farragut with a 15-point cushion, 34-19 as we approach a minute to play in the third. Preston with the ball, top of the key for the Rebels. Off to Biven, guarded by Smith. Now to Perry, comes around, takes it, gives off to Dyer, driving in the lane all the way to the baseline before giving it out in the corner to Biven. He penetrates, bounces it off to Roush in the post. Shot in the paint, good by Joseph Roush. He's got 8-6 in the quarter. 34-21, Farragut by 13. Atwell bounces to Smith, left side. Smith to Mayfield. Atwell, good look from out top for three. Good! Dylan Atwell, Farragut sophomore, with his first basket of the ball game. And West a step slow to get there to contest Atwell, who's an outstanding shooter. 37-21. The Admirals lead it. 10 seconds to play in the third. With the ball, Houston Dyer gives off to Biven, left side to Preston. Preston driving into the paint with the right hand. Shot won't go. Roush with the rebound, and he can't get a follow-up in time. And so the horn sounds, and the Admirals will take a 16-point lead into quarter number 4. Farragut leading at home in the District 4 opener over the visiting Runnin' Rebels of West, 37-21. We're back in 1 minute with fourth quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Inboards. Hyperlight Wake Surf and Wakeboards are in the pro shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week or come to our bakery in the Cole Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh, yeah.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium as we start the fourth quarter in our boys contest. The Admirals leading West 37-21. This is the District 4 AAA opener for both teams. If you look back on last year, West took 2 of 3 from Farragut, including one to finish the Admirals season in the district tournament. West won here in... Well, first, here's a Brabson 3 from the corner. No good. The Admirals on the first possession of the fourth quarter can't score. Roush with the rebound for the Rebels. Outlet pass to Biven. And on his way to the basket, he's fouled prior to a shot. Foul is on Brabson. Should be his third. He and Isaiah Smith with 3 fouls apiece. Reese Preston with 3 fouls for the West Runnin' Rebels. Roush will inbound from under his own basket. In it comes to Noah Johnson. Gives it out top to Alton Perry. To Biven, right wing. Bounce pass goes inside. Quick kick out to Biven for a 3. No good from the right wing. And Saish Maluri into the ballgame for the first time tonight with a rebound. Farragut Sr. brings it in front court. Got bumped from behind. No foul call. And here comes West back the other way on the break. And the Admirals with a steal. Dylan Atwell takes it away. So the Admirals might have gotten a little shortchanged on what should have been a foul against Maluri, but that's all right. Atwell grabs it back for the Admirals as the teams exchange turnovers. West goes for the steal. They don't get it. That leaves Atwell open for a 3, but this one's short. Long rebound goes to Perry. Perry in front court. Lead pass. The Admirals did not get back defensively. Laying it up and in is Noah Johnson. First basket of the ball game for Johnson, and that makes it 37-23. Farragut in front court. 6:30 to play. Carter Mayfield, Dylan Atwell. Let's see, Brabson Maluri, and also on the court for Coach Higgins, Carasso. I'm not sure. I'll have to get some clarification on how the young man's last name is pronounced. And I think Coach Higgins wants a timeout, and it'll be a full timeout. 37-23. Farragut leading by 14 with 6:18 to play. I started to say a moment ago the Rebels took 2 of 3 from Farragut last year. They won in December here at Farragut 65-57. Farragut came back then later in the regular season. I don't know if it was early February or late January, but the Admirals won at West 68-57. And then in the district tournament, second round of the tournament, an elimination round, and West got the victory over at William Blount last year, 66-49, as Farragut saw its season come to an end. So the Rebels took 2 of 3 last year. Farragut trying to continue their unbeaten ways here in the 2019-2020 season, coming in 6-0, while West is 1-3. As a detailed prior to tip-off, a couple of mutual opponents between these teams which offer up sort of different conclusions, different results, whereas Farragut defeated Alcoa, but Alcoa beat West. Meanwhile, West handled Carnes more easily than did the Admirals. But Farragut jumped on the Rebels here early. They've never trailed, and they've got the ball currently as it's knocked out of bounds, touched last by the Rebels. Excuse me, I guess that's a turnover for Farragut. West basketball. Turnover by my count, number 6 of the night for the Admirals. West, by my count, has 8. So West with the ball trailing by 14, 6:05 to play. Dyer to Biven, left side. Farragut's been man-to-man throughout. There's a cut to the basket, lost out of bounds. Baker Dance with the pass to Noah Johnson. He couldn't handle it and lost it out of bounds, and the Admirals will get the ball back. Brabson could get it into Guerin. Instead, to Wallace near midcourt. He'll bounce it back to Robbie. Robbie Guerin across the timeline as Wallace now prepares to set a screen if necessary out high for Robbie. Actually, a couple of players out there, and Robbie goes left, drives into the lane, finds a wide open Dylan Atwell. No good on a 3. Good look. Little strong. Dyer the rebound. Lead pass comes in front court to Johnson, driving all the way to the basket off the right side for the Rebels. Fouled, and a couple of free throws coming for Noah Johnson as Farragut's Jake Wallace picks up his second foul. Team 7th. So the Rebels are in the bonus now, but this is a 2-shot situation for Noah Johnson. Scored his first basket of the ballgame just a moment ago, and now at the line for his first free throw, which is good. Johnson, a sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this running Rebel roster. Noah Johnson, second toss, too strong. Rebound, Wallace of Farragut. Given to Guerin. Guerin ahead to Atwell. Atwell to Johnson, Smith rather, in the left corner for a 3. No good. Rebound, Dyer ahead to Biven. West wants to run. Biven picks up his dribble, puts up a contested shot in the paint, and gets it to go. Biven with his first basket of the ball game. And Farragut's lead is down to 11. And now Atwell will be fouled on a block by Perry. That's going to be just the 4th team foul against the Rebels. So Farragut inbounding. Side front court with Isaiah Smith. Admirals have got Jake Wallace, Robbie Guerin, Caleb Van Acker, Dylan Atwell on the floor in addition to Smith, who inbounds. Isaiah Smith gets it into Robbie Guerin. Now to Van Acker. Van Acker left side to Atwell. There's Van Acker wide open down low. Takes the pass from Atwell. Missed the layup. And the Admirals with an offensive rebound in the person of Jake Wallace, and he's fouled on the way back up. Joseph Roush picks up the foul, his 3rd, so he's the second Rebel, running Rebel with 3 fouls. And this foul committed by Roush sends to the line Wallace for 2. And the first one goes down for Jake Wallace, who is now 3 of 3 from the line tonight. 5 points for the Farragut junior. Second toss, nothing but net on this one. So Farragut reestablishes a 13-point lead, 39-26, with 4:57 to play. West with the basketball. And as they bring it across the timeline, Coach Kessler uses a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. Admirals leading 39-26 with 4:51 to play. With timeout on the court, let's get a 1-minute break. We'll return with more as you listen to Farragut High School basketball presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
Pilot, wherever you are, we are right on your way. With that Pilot My Rewards card, you can save in so many ways. Every 6th cup of the freshest coffee in town is on us. Mayfield milk is always just $3.99. You'll always save 3 cents per gallon of gas. And we always have daily specials by downloading the Pilot app. Pilot, wherever you are, we're right on your way to the game.
You've got dirt, grime, and French fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our 5 area locations today or check us out at puremagiccarwash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Nicely diagrammed and executed play by the Rebels coming out of the timeout, and now they get a steal and will get a basket. So back-to-back buckets for the Rebels coming out of the timeout as the Admirals see them lob on an inbound, score the basket. Then Farragut turns the ball over against some pressure in rear court, and another basket scored. So here's Farragut in front court leading just by 9 all of a sudden. Single-digit lead. And a shot is missed in close, but Farragut with a rebound. Van Acker is then fouled by Biven. Should be his second. It gives Farragut the ball under its own basket. Robbie Guerin looking to get it in and loops it out top to Isaiah Smith. Back to Robbie. So coming out of the timeout, Dyer lobbed beautifully to Noah Johnson for an alley-oop, scored the basket, and then Farragut with the turnover. And basket, I believe, then was by Houston Dyer, giving him 6. So suddenly a 13-point lead down to 9. Admirals looking to answer. Good look from Dylan Atwell inside to Van Acker, and he pump fakes. A Rebel defender goes flying by, and then he's able to go up and knock down the layup as Caleb Van Acker now with 4 points. Farragut back up by 11. Alton Perry for West with a 3-pointer. No good. Dylan Atwell, a rebound. Gives off to Van Acker. Quickly to Guerin. Robbie in front court, where he's going to be picked up by Biven. And West going man, it would appear. Yep, going man for the first time tonight. And perhaps that was what they were coming out of the... It was man on a full court press when they forced the turnover previously. 3:13 to play. Admirals with the ball in the hands of Robbie Guerin. Gets away from the defender. Dyer drives into the paint, bounces it to Smith in the corner. He'll drive baseline, puts a shot up in traffic, no good. And coming away with it, Dyer, but he throws it right to Guerin at midcourt. Farragut says thank you very much, and they can reset. 10th turnover of the night for West. Robbie driving in off the left side. His shot off the window, no good. Put back by Wallace, good. Wallace has had a couple of big offensive rebounds here, in particular in the second half. He's got 8 points now, and the Admirals lead 43-30 with 2:35 to play. Alton Perry at the point for West, drifts left, gives off to Dyer. Dyer into the paint, loops it down low, and I guess Farragut got a hand on it. It was intended for Baker Dance, went out of bounds, and they say touched last by Farragut. Rebels get Dance out of the game. Reese Preston back into the lineup for the running Rebels, also checking out Noah Johnson. So let's see, they did not, I was about to say for the first time tonight, they got Davis and Perry on the floor at the same time, but Davis takes a seat. He was not entering the game. Dyer takes an inbound feed from Perry, gives it back to Perry. Perry to Biven, right side, guarded by Smith. Good entry feed in the post to Dyer. Tough baseline shot, no good. And the rebound's tipped around. Roush had it, but the shot's blocked from behind by Van Acker. Picking up the loose ball, Alton Perry, mid-range jumper left side, good by Perry. Just a fortunate bounce for the Rebels after a nice defensive swat by Farragut. In front court, Van Acker. Off to Atwell. Now to Guerin. They're running after the ball with a couple of defenders. So Robbie gets rid of it this time, and it's nearly stolen away by Roush, but he carries it out of bounds across the way. Admirals will have it side front court. West getting Davis now into the lineup, and also joining him on the floor, Noah Johnson and Baker Dance, as Roush and Dyer and Preston come off the floor. Farragut will have Dylan Atwell inbounding. Caleb Van Acker, Jake Wallace, Robbie Guerin, and Isaiah Smith, the other Admirals on the floor, but we're going to have a timeout. So Farragut, after the last timeout, saw a 13-point lead quickly whittled to 9. Farragut's advantage is currently 11, 43-32, with 1 minute, 50 seconds to play in this District 4 opener. Timeout on the floor, an opportunity to remind you that Thursday nights here on I-105, we encourage you to join hosts Jeff Barbara and Sarah Perkle behind the barn. Live music beginning at 8 o'clock from the Blue Tick Tavern in downtown Maryville. That's formerly Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria in downtown Maryville, now the Blue Tick Tavern. Tune in for the first hour on I-105 or head over to the Blue Tick in Maryville to catch the full 2-hour performance in person. That's Behind the Barn Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, only on Knoxville's independent radio I-105, and the music they have over there really runs the gamut, showcases so much of the musical talent we are blessed to have here in East Tennessee. So coming out of the timeout, the Admirals with the basketball, Dylan Atwell inbounding, and he'll loop it into rear court to Robbie Guerin. Across the timeline to Jake Wallace, off to Isaiah Smith. Farragut with West extending its pressure, keeping the ball out near the timeline, around the perimeter. Eating some clock. They run 2 players at Van Acker, and picking up the foul will be Baker Dance. Dance picks up his first foul. Made a quick transition from football to basketball. Dance was the quarterback for the West Rebels Friday night, taking on the Central Bobcats. Central moving on to the state championship with their shutout victory. Free throw, no good by Van Acker in a 1-and-1 situation. Here are the Rebels in front court, trailing by 11 with 85 seconds to play in this one. Perry working against Atwell, into the paint against 2 defenders, puts a shot up high off the window and gets it to go. Alton Perry's got 6, 4 in the quarter. Farragut double-teamed in rear court. Guerin gets it off to Atwell. Now Atwell's triple-teamed, and he's fouled, pushed in rear court. Alton Perry is given the foul, his third, and the team's 7th. So now both teams are in the bonus. Actually, that's going to be team foul number 8, because just a moment ago, Van Acker shot the first 1-and-1 situation of the night for the Admirals and failed to capitalize. So now Dylan Atwell will shoot his first free throw of the night. It's Farragut's sophomore. Toss, good. Bonus toss coming for Dylan. Farragut, after West for the second time in this fourth quarter, had trimmed Farragut's lead to single digits, has it back at double digits, 10, and now 11 as Atwell hits both ends of the 1-and-1. He's got 5, and the Admirals lead 45-34. Perry brings the ball up the right side in front court for West with 1:05 to go. Into the lane, Farragut reaches in and grabs him. Brabson got him on the arm. Elisha Brabson picks up his 4th foul. First player on either team to pick up a 4th. 62 seconds to play. And Perry apparently ruled in the act. First free throw, no good. That's his first attempt of the night from the line. So again, both teams in the bonus. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining, and the Admirals leading 45-34. Preston comes out of the game for West between free throws. And the second free throw for Alton Perry is no good, but there's a long rebound for West and a baseline jumper, no good. But we've got a Farragut foul following an offensive rebound. Noah Johnson grabbed the missed free throw, missed a jumper on the baseline. It went over everything, but found teammate Will Biven with it, and Biven then was fouled, and so he steps to the line now to shoot 1-1. And Coach Higgins wants a 30-second timeout. Farragut using a 30-second timeout is Will Biven for West. 0 of 2 from the line tonight. Those free throws were attempted back in quarter number 1. Will be at the line if he can hit both ends of a 1-1. West would have it back down to a 9-point Farragut lead as we are now just under 1 minute remaining. 59.7 seconds showing on the game clock here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Teams quickly returning back to the floor. Robbie Guerin, Isaiah Smith, Jake Wallace, Elisha Brabson, Dylan Atwell for the Admirals. For West, they've got Dyer, Johnson. Well, here's the free throw by Biven. No good. Big miss. And so now West will quickly foul Isaiah Smith. Biven misses the free throw. Started to say Alton Perry, Houston Dyer, Baker Dance, Noah Johnson, the 5 on the floor currently for the Runnin' Rebels. They walk to the other end. Isaiah Smith to shoot 1-1. Free throw is up by the Farragut sophomore and down. 11 points for Isaiah tonight as he hits his first free throw attempt, earning himself a bonus. Next foul for either team, they're going to be shooting double bonus. And Smith hits both ends of the 1-1, so the Admirals lead by 13. 54 seconds to play. Baker Dance driving, and the ball knocked from his grasp on the way up by Jake Wallace. And so West will have it under its own basket. Isaiah Smith with a couple of free throws. He's got 12 points now, and Farragut leads 47-34 as Alton Perry for West inbounds off the baseline to Dance. Gives it back to Perry, works around Brabson into the paint with the right hand, a little floater, good. Alton Perry's got 8, 6 in the quarter. West pressing, and they knock the ball away from Guerin, who was the intended target of Brabson's inbound pass. Now those two will switch positions. Guerin will inbound. Farragut leading 47-36 after Perry's basket for the Rebels, pulls them to within 11. Farragut gets it inbounds to Atwell. Now off to Smith, being pursued by 2 Rebel defenders in rear court, and they will reach and foul. 32.5 seconds to play. Team 10th foul. So double bonus time now for Isaiah Smith, who hit both ends of a 1-1 just seconds ago. First toss here, got the roll. Looked like it was going to be a little bit short, but nice form, good rotation, got the front of the rim, and that rotation carried it over the top and in. And so Smith now with 13 points. He's Farragut's leading scorer. Now 11 of them here in the second half, make it 14 as he hits both free throws. So Farragut 49, West 36. Rebels in front court, half minute to play. Perry, three-pointer, short. Rebound Smith. Let's see if the Rebels continue to foul. They chase him with 2. They strip the ball away, and here's Dyer for a layup that is missed. Brabson may have gotten a piece of it, and now Brabson will be fouled on a grab. So the Admirals turn the ball over in rear court, but the Rebels can't capitalize, and I think Brabson may have made a nice defensive play on Dyer following the turnover. And so we walk to the other end following the foul for the Admirals to shoot the double bonus with 16.2 seconds to play, and Farragut up 49-36. They will improve to 7-0, as did the Lady Admirals earlier this evening. Both teams getting wins to open the district. Brabson, free throw, good. Elisha Brabson hit the three-pointer to open the game and had not scored since, but cans the free throw, giving Farragut a 14-point cushion and now a 15-point cushion. Brabson good on both free throws. 51-36, 15 seconds to play. West in front court. Through the lane goes Perry, and the rim kicks it out. Good first step, freed himself for the shot, but it wouldn't go down. Admirals with the rebound. West commits the foul. 6.3 seconds to play. Perry committed the foul. His 5th. He will leave with 8 points. Exits with 6.3 seconds remaining. Michael Davis into the lineup in his place. And so Robbie Guerin at the line. Farragut Sr. up and good on the first of 2 tosses. He's got 11. 3 of 4, 4 of 5, 5 of 6 now from the foul line on the night is Robbie. Second toss is good as well. So he's got 12, and Farragut leads by 17. West with a 3 from out top by Dyer, no good. Put back, though, down low is good ahead of the horn as Bivens scoops up the follow in for the Rebels. And the final score will be Farragut 53 and West 38 as the Admirals move to 7-0 on the season. Now 1-0 in the district. West drops to 1-4 overall after dropping the district opener here this evening at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. For West, they will be at Webb on Friday night before resuming district play, hosting Lenoir City a week from tonight. And for the Admirals, as previously mentioned, they're headed up to Science Hill for a couple of games. Friday, the boys team will take on Tennessee High, and Saturday take on Science Hill. The girls will play Science Hill on Friday and play Elizabethton on Saturday before they get back into district action a week from tonight, and we'll be back on the air with Farragut High School Hoops here on I-105 as the Admirals a week from tonight travel over to the home of the Mountaineers, Heritage High School in the shadow of Chilhowie Mountain. So Farragut with a clean sweep tonight as the boys JV team won 72-54. The girls win 70-37, and the boys take the nightcap 53-38. And we're joined now by Coach John Higgins. Good to see him the first time this 2019-2020 season as his Admirals improved to 7-0, get off on the right foot in district play with tonight's 15-point victory. 53-38 again is the final. And Coach, I thought defensively there in the first quarter you kind of set the tone. There weren't too many good looks for the Rebels there in the first quarter, very active defensively.
I thought in the first half, we were wonderful in our half-court defense. I thought we communicated well. We had a lot of effort, a lot of energy. We took them out a lot of their sets, which is what our game plan was. I thought in the second half we really kind of slacked off a little bit. We allowed them to get out in transition, get some easy transition buckets. We started fouling them a lot more, putting them on at the line. You know, we've got to be able to stay disciplined for a full 32 minutes if we want to be as good as we can be.
Well, as good as you are right now is 7-0. And it's interesting when I looked at the schedule and the results thus far coming into the night, 5 of your 6 wins had been by 7 points or less. Give us a little insight as to what you've seen from your Admirals thus far. Are they just kind of playing to the level of the competition, or is this a team that's just finding a way to win, and you've kind of got that in your hip pocket that already you've got some guys who are finding ways to win close games?
In a few of those games, we've been able to make plays down the stretch, which has allowed us to win basketball games, which is great. In a few of those games, we've had bigger leads,
right,
and let the other team cut them all the way down. You know, so we've got a mixed bag right now. We're trying to figure out how to win. We're trying to figure out how to sustain leads. We're trying to figure out how to command basketball games in the second half, a lot like tonight. You know, I felt like at one point we were up 17, 18 points, and then we let them cut it all the way back down to 9.
Right.
We've got to find that ability to just keep with it, keep sticking with our program, keep pushing leads out or maintaining big leads, you know, because that's the mark of a good team. You know, one of these days, these kind of games are going to come back to bite us. Close games, I'm glad we're winning them.
Right.
But at some point, it's going to tilt the other way. We got to make sure we don't allow that to happen. You know, we're allowing too many teams to come back and get back into games because of careless turnovers or whatever it is. And we've got to be able to clean that up a little bit.
It's a team that I take it has shot the 3 pretty well through the first 7 games of the season. I don't know what the percentage was tonight, but there wasn't a heavy reliance really on the 3 tonight. They didn't seem to be falling that great, or there weren't necessarily even that many attempted. But, I mean, really balanced scoring here tonight. Your leading scorers, Isaiah Smith with 14, Robbie Guerin had 12, Jake Wallace with 8, Dylan Atwell with 5, Brabson had 5, Carter Mayfield had 5. Van Acker with 4. I think we just about covered everybody there, but a nice balanced effort, and that seems like that's that's what it's going to take for this team, right?
We've been that way all season. We've got a good deep team. We've got a lot of guys that can play basketball, and I tell them every night it's going to be somebody different because it is. We got a few guys that are there every single night. Dylan and Robbie have played. Robbie and Isaiah have played extremely well for us up until this point. And then every game we've got somebody else that's bringing extra scoring or needed scoring, and that's good. That's the mark of a good team. We've got a good team. We've got a good deep basketball team. What we need to do is on games like today where our 3 wasn't falling, we've got to be able to create other things for ourselves. We missed a lot of close shots tonight, which is uncharacteristic. Up until this point, Eric, we've been shooting 57% from inside the 2-point line. Like, that's a great number.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think it's 60%. That's a great number. Tonight, we weren't anywhere near that. We missed a lot of shots right at the basket, which is uncharacteristic for us. We've got to be able to make those because some nights the 3-ball won't be falling. And tonight the 3-ball wasn't falling, but we played great defense. Yeah. So that's what allowed us to get a lead. But, we've got to, when we get those opportunities in close, we missed a lot of point-blank layups. Right. And that's something that we're going to work on tomorrow and something that the guys got to have to understand. If we want to be who I believe we can be, those shots have to go in, right? The perimeter shots are hit or miss. I understand it's a basketball game. Some days they're going to fall, some days they won't. But when you got that 2-foot point-blank layup,
bunny,
you got to make that. This is high school basketball. You got to make that.
So you've got a couple of games coming up in Johnson City, Friday and Saturday, according to the schedule I had seen. Tennessee High, Science Hill. Don't know anything about those teams, but certainly traditionally Science Hill, a very strong program. And the Vikings, they've had years too where they have been. So a couple of interesting games on the road before you get back into the district at Heritage on Tuesday. What do you hope to take from this game? Build on too as you head deeper into the district season coming up, a week from now and beyond.
Well, it's going to be great games for us Friday and Saturday. I think Science Hill we play on Friday. If they won tonight, they're going to be 7-0.
Okay.
If Tennessee High won tonight, they're going to be 6-1.
Okay.
So they're going to be great games for us on Friday and Saturday. That will help us as we move forward in district. Our goal is to get better every single day, and so that we can come out there and win games, whether or not we're shooting the ball well. We can rely on our defense. We can make these easy shots. We're trying to get better every day. We need better execution offensively. We need to be better defensively. Right? These are things that we're going to work on each and every day because while we're pretty good, Eric, I've got a lot of inexperienced guys.
Oh, sure.
I've got a bunch of guys out there that have never played at this level. So every day is a new lesson for them.
Yeah.
Right? Even a guy like Caleb Van Acker who's played well for us up until this point, this is his first time at this level. So this is new to him. Right? This kind of atmosphere, district game where their guys are going full speed every possession because district play matters, that's new to him.
Yeah.
It's new to Josiah Bradley. It's new to Jack Carasso. It's new to Elijah. It's new to a lot of these guys. And so we've got to keep working with them each and every day, ensuring that they get better because that's going to help us out.
Trust me, I feel the inexperience because it's a whole set of new names, to get used to and to call almost without thinking about it. And there is some thought process right now because a lot of new names in the Farragut along the Farragut roster. But be that as it may, Farragut's 7-0 with those new players and headed to Johnson City coming up this weekend for a couple of games before returning back to district play a week from tonight over at Heritage. Coach, congratulations on a 7-0 start, a big win to start the district. We look forward to following this team over the course of the season. It's shaping up. It looks very promising. Thank you.
Listen, I believe our ceiling's really high. We've got some guys. Dylan's just now coming back from an injury. We're trying to work him in.
Sure.
Aaron Dozier didn't play tonight because he's missed some time, but we're trying to get guys acclimated. That's going to be big for us down the season. It's going to be a great season for the Farragut Admirals. I appreciate all that you do, and we just look forward to it.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Coach. That's Coach John Higgins coming up and chatting. Appreciate him as always. And it's going to be, that depth That allows you to really play tenacious defense, not really have to worry so much about a foul situation, the depth that Coach Higgins was talking about there. And certainly if you've got that balance, that depth when it comes to scoring on the offensive end, that's great as well. That's kind of been an Achilles, I think, for Farragut in recent years. Haven't had not a real deep bench, not a number of players you were really comfortable sticking out there in games that truly mattered or were still very competitive. And tonight, the Admirals had 4, 5, 6, 7 players in the scoring column. And again, as I detailed previously, a very balanced effort led by Isaiah Smith's 14, Robbie Guerin also in double digits with 12. But a lot of people contributing on the offensive end, and the defense getting it done early on, holding the Rebels to just 2 first-quarter points and building a 19-4 lead in the second quarter. That lead trimmed to 10 at halftime at 21-11, and then Farragut would build it out to about 17, I believe, maybe there in the second half was as large the margin perhaps was. But as Coach said, on one particular timeout, Farragut was up by 13. West scored on an alley-oop on an inbound play, then got a steal out of the full court press, scored again, and suddenly it's 9, and the Rebels are feeling pretty good about things, and still enough time at that point, 2+ minutes to go in the game for them to make a serious run. But Farragut was able to hold them off, reestablish the double-digit lead, and they win at 53-38. We'll get a 2-minute break here and come back on the other side, run down the final numbers, and put a wrap on the broadcast. You're listening to Farragut High School basketball, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, I-105.
Go Admirals, and best of luck to the student-athletes of Farragut High School from Travis Marine, your exclusive dealer for Cobalt boats, Coach Tri-Tunes, and Supreme Boards. Hyperlight Wake Surf and Wakeboards are in the pro shop, plus tubes, ski ropes, and more. Travis Marine now has off-season pricing on all boats and equipment, plus a full-service repair and parts center for all types of service needed. Travis Marine is Knoxville's only on-the-water boat dealer. You can play in their backyard anytime on Tedford Road off North Shore Drive. More at TravisMarine.com.
You've got dirt, grime, and french fries from last season tucked under your front seat. From the rush of work and play, you've even collected enough dog hair in your vehicle to make a winter coat. Truth be told, your car's a mess, but the memories created will last a lifetime. Pure Magic Car Wash helps you bring back the magic in your vehicle and in your life. Stop by any of our 5 area locations today or check us out at PureMagicCarWash.com. Pure Magic Car Wash. Life happens in your car. Bring back the magic.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Hard to believe that 20 years ago we opened our little bakery in Farragut. Our promise then is the same promise we make today. We will offer only the finest handmade baked goods. Whether you come to one of the 7 farmers markets we attend each week or come to our bakery in the Kohl's Shopping Center in Farragut, you will taste the quality. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking 20 years later at VG's Bakery. Handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Knoxville, Seymour.
This is I-105.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, along with Brandon Campbell behind the camera. If you just go to FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com, there is a link there that will allow you to go to the live stream page, Farragut High School Boosters live stream page. And just as we have done for years with football, basketball this year, the online video stream is available. And, of course, you can go back, watch the games on demand as well. So appreciate Brandon along for the 2019-2020 basketball season. That's exciting to be able to add that to the broadcasts and just for the community and for those who are out of town or just can't attend for whatever reason to actually be able to watch the games, whether live or after the fact. That's fantastic. And tonight, if they were watching or listening or chance to watch a little later on, what they will see is a clean sweep by Farragut as boys JV game went the way of Farragut 72-54. The Lady Admirals won 70-37 as they improved to 7-0. Leading scorer in the girls game was Claire Wyatt with 20 points. But just like the boys' game, it was a pretty balanced effort as the Lady Admirals got Keely Rogers and Ashlyn Sheridan with 9 points, also Macy Barnes with 9 points, Annalise Bishop in the ball game. They're in the second half scoring 7 points. And so, as well as Ace Strickland and McCall Willis with 6 points apiece. So, again, very balanced effort from Coach Mayfield's Lady Admirals as they move to 7-0, 1-0 in the district with the 70-37 victory earlier. And then the boys take the nightcap 53-38 as Farragut led 21-11 at halftime, led 37-21 after 3, and they win it 53-38. I had Farragut with 8 turnovers on the night, West with 10, 7 of those 10 for the Rebels coming in the first half. So the Admirals really doing a nice job, as Coach said, in particular in the first half, defensively limiting the Rebels to 2 first-quarter points, 11 first-half points, and by that time had built a double-digit lead. Only twice in the second half did it dip below double digits, and each time Farragut did do a nice job of responding and pushing it back out, and again finally winning by 15, 53-38. Looking at the individual scoring for the Runnin' Rebels, it was Alton Perry scoring 8 points. 6 of his 8 came in the fourth quarter. He was 0 of 2 from the foul line. Noah Johnson was 1 of 2 from the line. The West sophomore finished with 5 points, all of his scoring coming in the fourth quarter. Will Biven had all of his points in the fourth quarter. He was 0 of 3 from the line. He had 4 points. Reese Preston, 5 of 5 from the foul line, finished with 7 points. Houston Dyer was 0 of 1 from the line. He had 6 points. And Joseph Roush with 8 points this evening. So Roush and Perry were West's leading scorers with 8 points apiece as the Rebels collectively shoot 6 of 13 from the foul line. That's 46%. And unless I overlooked something, they did not have a three-pointer tonight. Let me double-check that. But I don't see any odd numbers. Everything looks even. So, yeah, no three-pointers tonight for the Runnin' Rebels. Meanwhile, for Farragut, Dylan Atwell, 1 3-pointer, 2 of 2 from the line. He had 5 points. Robbie Guerin was 6 of 7 from the line. He had 12 points this evening. Let's see. Caleb Van Acker, 0 of 1 from the line. 4 points tonight for Van Acker. Jake Wallace doing a nice job on the glass. 4 of 4 from the foul line. 8 points tonight for the junior, Jake Wallace. Elisha Brabson, 2 of 2 from the line. 1 3-pointer. He finished with 5 points. Carter Mayfield, 0 of 1 from the line. 1 3-pointer. He had 5 points. Let's see, Isaiah Smith then rounding out Farragut's score, and in fact he was Farragut's leading scorer on the evening. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 3-pointers, and the sophomore Isaiah Smith with 14 points. Again, Robbie Guerin also in double figures with 12, and Jake Wallace with 8. Again, Atwell and Brabson with 5. Mayfield also with 5, Van Acker with 4, and as I said, just like the girls' game, really nice balanced effort there from the Admirals, who shot 18 of 21 collectively from the foul line, 86%. Again, compared to West going 6 of 13 from the foul line, and the Admirals had 5 three-pointers tonight, while again West did not hit from long range. So the Admirals improved to 7-0 as they win it 53-38. And they will play Friday in Johnson City at Science Hill High School, taking on Tennessee High, followed by a Saturday matchup with the homestanding Hilltoppers. The girls go to Johnson City as well on Friday. They match up with Science Hill. On Saturday, they square off with Elizabethton. And then next Tuesday, a week from tonight, the Admirals are back in play in the district and travel over to Heritage. A week from Friday, just looking a little further ahead, Farragut goes to Bearden, always a much-anticipated clash. So that's Friday, December 13th, that Farragut goes to Bearden. And then Monday, the 16th, a little out of the ordinary, playing on a Monday, a district game in particular on a Monday. But it'll be the last district game before the Christmas break, as Monday, December 16th, Farragut is at home to host William Blount. Those are the next 3 broadcasts for us. Next Tuesday night, at Heritage, followed by December 13th, a Friday game at Bearden, and then Monday, December 16th, here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, hosting William Blunt. So wish the Admirals and Lady Admirals the best as they travel up to Johnson City on Friday and Saturday. Safe travels and good results. And we'll be back here following the teams as they go to Heritage a week from tonight. That will be a 6 o'clock tip for the girls, usually, unless the JV game runs inordinately long. 6 o'clock tip, though, for the girls, so we should be on the air at about 5:55, and typically boys action follows at 7:30. So if you can't make it over to Heritage to root on the Admirals and Lady Admirals in person, certainly hope you'll join us here on FM 105.3 WFIV, online at myi105.com, or again, this year, the new edition, go to FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com, and very prominent there on the page, you will see a link to the live broadcast, or a chance to link over to the Booster Club's live stream page, where you can watch not only the games live but on demand. So again, appreciate Brandon Campbell, BDC Productions, providing that video throughout the course of the season. That's going to do it. The Admirals win tonight 70-37 in the girls' game, and 53-38 the Farragut boys wind up the evening as both teams improve to 7-0 and are 1-0 in District 4 play, having defeated the Rebels of West here this evening. For Brandon, as well as Dusty Street, back at our WFIV studios, I'm Eric Gerhardt saying thanks so much for listening, and we wish you a very good night.
WFIV.